Alright TM Nation, these are the newly released Skullcandy Icon ANC Bluetooth headphones, and believe it or not, beside the Grom wireless headphones that are really geared towards little kids, the Icon ANCs are the only other substantial headphone release from Skullcandy this year. I'll get into the specifics about why these may be my favorite Skullcandy headphones at the moment, outside of my crushers of course, but for the highlights, these are IPX4 water resistant, which is a feature that you don't get on many pairs of headphones, making these great for exercise or even for use out in the elements, as splashes of water and sweat will not damage them. They provide great battery life with up to 60 hours of use on a charge, adjustable active noise cancellation and transparency modes, Bluetooth 5.3 LE for a stable connection, no matter if you're connected to a laptop, smartphone, tablet, or desktop. They are compatible with the Skullcandy app that will allow you to customize your listening experience, and the mics on these do a really good job of rejecting some of the noises going on around you during voice calls and maintaining focus on your speech, which I'll demonstrate for you guys a little bit later during my call quality tests. With all of that being said though guys, there are some things about these headphones that I don't absolutely love that I think that you guys should be aware of before you go ahead and pull the trigger on a pair, and I will cover this a little bit later. Inside the box you don't get a carrying case, which is a bit of a bummer, but they do give you a bag that you can throw the headphones in, a 3.5mm cable for wired use, and a USB Type-C cable for charging. Taking a closer look at the headphones, the design is subtle and that's fine for me. The fact that the branding is not overpowering is definitely a plus, and one thing that I do want to mention is that they can go ahead and fold up as you can see, but they do not have swiveling ear cups, so you can't lie them flat on a surface if that's a feature that you're looking for. The design of these are on ear, so they don't encapsulate your ears, they sit on the tops of them, and I will say that they are comfortable on my head and ears as well, as the padding on all sides is generous. They are also relatively lightweight, coming in at 225 grams total. I've been able to wear them for 6 to 8 hours at a time without any ear fatigue or discomfort, and I also haven't experienced any issues with them making my ears sweat either. I do want to mention that the clamping force with them for me is okay. They are a little bit snug, but again, they are comfortable for me overall. The clamping force never made me take them off prematurely. Also, as I mentioned earlier, they are IPX4 certified, and even when I used them for a jump rope workout and my ears were completely drenched in sweat, that did not cause them to malfunction, and the playback controls worked without any issues. And I do like the placement of the playback controls on these, as they're right on the ridge of the right ear cup, which makes them easy to locate and press without having to fidget around a bunch. You do get all of your essential controls with these too, so there's no need to pick and choose. You can control your calls, tracks, voice assistant, volume, and more directly from the headphones. But I do want to mention that they are not conventional controls, as the bottom button is actually a multi-direction slider too that you can use to execute your different functions. The controls are also customizable through the app, which is nice, so if you want to change a direction or a press, you have the ability to do so. With the Bluetooth 5.3 LE connectivity, I haven't had any issues with any noticeable latency watching YouTube videos or Amazon Prime movies on my iOS or Android devices, but they do have a built-in low latency mode, so if you're a hardcore mobile gamer that needs a near instant response, these have got you covered. That is one of the features that you will see inside of the app, but in it you can also see the charge left on the headphones, choose from pre-built EQs, create your own, or even take the personalized sound test to have the app create one that's tuned to your hearing. It allows you to access the user manual on the go, control your ANC and transparency modes, as well as access your settings for Spotify Tap and other features. As I touched on earlier, the call quality with these has impressed me so far. I think that the Clear Voice Smart Mic does a pretty good job at focusing on your speech and rejecting some of the noises going on around you, but as always, I did take samples just so that you guys can judge for yourselves. Let's check them out. Alright guys, so right now I have the headphones paired to my iPhone 16 Pro, and as you can see, the audio that you're hearing is coming from the microphone on them. Now right now the room is relatively quiet, and I do want to mention that these do have the side tone feature, so I can slightly hear my voice as I'm speaking, which is something that I think I do like, but I am going to do my background noise test in just a second. Give me a moment. And now I have some simulated background noise playing in the background. This part of the test is aimed at seeing how well the microphone on these headphones can focus on my speech while rejecting some of that ambient noise. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think they're doing a pretty good job? Have you heard better? Let me know. Touching on the ANC performance, to be honest, these perform like I thought they would. They're a mid-tier pair of ANC headphones that really did not blow me away, but they did do a decent job at reducing sounds such as the HVAC system in my home, showers running, fans buzzing, and those other low humming type tones. They do kind of struggle with medium levels of dialogue, as I could hear people talking as they walked by me while I was outside testing these headphones with ANC set to the max strength with no music playing. In my opinion, these will do just fine as long as you're somebody that uses ANC with your music set to at least 50%, because if you do this realistically, you're not going to be able to hear what's going on around you. But I know some of you all expect for your pair of ANC headphones to cancel out what's going on around you even when you don't have anything playing. And besides my Bose Ultra headphones that are much more expensive than these, I haven't come across any other headphones that excel in this area. And for the transparency performance, I would say that it's decent as well. Using it, it was like an amplified pass-through, so I could hear what was going on around me clearly within about a 3 to 4 foot radius. Getting into the sound quality, out of the box they were way too flat sounding for my liking, but again, you do have multiple EQs inside of the app to choose from, so you should be able to find one that you like. I did go ahead and create my own custom EQ because I pretty much do this with any pair of earbuds or headphones that give me that option, but if you want to stick with a stock EQ, I would say start with the bass boosted one for a more dynamic sound. With my custom EQ though, the highs came through clearly as I could make out most of the detail in my music. I dialed the mids up just a bit so that dialogue came through a little more prominently, and I pushed the bass pretty much to the max, but I did need to scale it back a bit to reduce distortion. And that is one thing that I noticed with these in comparison to the older Hesh ANC headphones. The Icon ANCs do handle distortion noticeably better, as I can push them to the louder volumes without getting that artificial sounding bass that just isn't pleasing to the ears. Now the Icon ANCs are not amplified like the Crushers guys, so don't expect head rattling bass, but they do provide a nice thump and the occasional rumble that will sneak up on you at times. The output with them is also fine, and I think that they'll be more than adequate for most people. I can usually listen to these at between 75 and 100% of the max volume comfortably, but if you're somebody that likes your music extra loud, I don't think that these quite hit that mark. All in all, fam, these are a solid choice at $100 if you want a pair of Skullcandy headphones that provide the basics along with some more advanced features as well. The battery life is good, the sound quality is good, the call quality is impressive, and they are a well-rounded pair of headphones that I have no problem using for leisure listening, but I can also use them for exercise, and if I happen to get caught out in the rain wearing them, I don't have to worry about them getting damaged with that IPX4 water resistance rating. I do wish that they featured auto pause and play so that they would automatically stop playing when I took them off and automatically resume when I put them back on my head, but given everything else that they bring to the table, not having that feature isn't a deal breaker for me at the price point. Before you get on out of here, if you rock with the channel and your boy Tech Mo, hit that subscribe button and knock that notification bell out so you won't miss any of my uploads. Welcome to TM Nation. Peace.